All right, we are just a few days away from the Days of 47 parade, and for the first time in the history of this parade, a woman will be the Grand Marshal.
Jean Bingham of the Relief Society, General President of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, has that title this year. Religion specialist Carol Makita talked with Sister Bingham about this opportunity and her message for our community.
For 3 years, Jean Bingham has led the more than 7 million Latter-day Saint women throughout the world as the Relief Society General President. As her ministry comes to an end, she has one more very public moment. As the first woman Grand Marshal of the Days of 47 parade.
I am representing all of the women, not just myself, but all of the women who have made such wonderful contributions to their families, their communities, to the church throughout the world, locally and globally, and it's very much an honor.
Sister Bingham descends from 6 generations of Latter-day Saint pioneers on both sides of her family.
Many of them arrived in the Salt Lake Valley in the late 1840s and early 1850s, from an infant girl who was born on Goose Creek, Nebraska, to a 16-year-old boy who drove a wagon across the plains, to a 7-year-old widow who walked most of the way.
Her great-great-grandmother, Elizabeth White, traveled from England with her husband and 4 children. She was pregnant with her 5th as they crossed the plains. Her husband died in winter quarters, Nebraska.
So now here she's a widow with 4 little children expecting another, and she finds a driver for their wagon, a Benjamin Clegg, who was a Scottish shoemaker. And they get across the plains. They married and started a new family, moved to a nearby settlement where Elizabeth taught him how to farm because he had no idea. It's really illustrative of all the pioneers that came. They had to build a new life in a new community.
And there is the church service connection she feels. Elizabeth was a Relief Society counselor.
And she served there until her death. She was known, they say, as a cheerful, energetic woman of faith. That's the kind of reputation that I would like to have.
Sister Bingham's husband, Bruce, was a member of the Days of 47 committee, so she remembers the parade as an important community gathering. And she says this is a time to join together after a pandemic that separated us.
I love that. We can now actually gather together in large groups, and we can experience that sense of community one more time that really creates a greater unity.
And unity is what she says her presidency expressed to Latter-day Saint women the world over as they traveled and testified of Jesus Christ.
And we have been blessed and led to do what we can do during this particular time.
What happens next for Sister Jean Bingham?
I think we'll be happiest as we continue to find ways to express our love to God and our fellow men through service, wherever that is, wherever that takes us.
Carol Makita, KSL 5 News.